So we don't need to break any ice, cause
I don't know.
you are okay. You are laughing before us.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah, we can start.
Before we... man, you guys.
Guys, after such a long pause, I don't know how to start. But I don't know if the energy will come from the left side.
Definitely.
But I can tell you, we have not changed our posture, we have not changed our culture, we have not changed our look. This is the Ignition Table podcast. And I'm telling you, the table is set again.
Yes, sir.
Jan, welcome back.
Ferry, who's it? It's good to be back, man.
Yes.
Let's rock.
Richie.
Yes.
Welcome back, Mr. 50-50.
Thank you. Let's rock. I'm here.
Yeah, man, don't say let's rock, man. This is a nice podcast. You don't... Yeah, man, you know when they say let's rock, what they're rocking?
Not that, but we're talking about Nation Table. Unleashing greatness in man.
Yes, sir.
And today, guys, on our first episode, we are joined by a lady. Let's allow her to introduce herself.
Clock it in.
Jan, don't lose it. How?
We are clocking it every time.
Okay, Yamandla again.
Yamandla. Yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
Guys. Naki I'm gonna be spicing it up today.
Yes, man.
I don't know if it's the heat or the mildness. So
Okay. Welcome, Kinelwe.
Thank you.
This is a very comfortable space. We've never had anyone who came here and never wanted to come back. Meaning it's comfortable.
I'm definitely going to come back for more seasons and episodes.
Yes, man. Welcome home.
This is going to be an exciting season.
We are yet to see.
Looking forward to a great 2026, man.
But let's see how we start this new season. We've been there. We've done it. We are doing it again in a different footing.
Bigger and better.
Yes. And as I've welcomed you guys, this table is set again. This is not just any episode. This is a recalibration, a clarification, a reignition of what we stand for. Trust me, in today's time, when men have to talk, we get confused a lot in thinking we're attacking women. That's not what we do. If we reflect on masculinity, people assume we're defending patriarchy.
I'd say it.
Shouldn't we talk as men? Please don't take us out of our context in how you say it. And today's answer, one question, we need to give people clarity. Who are we as Ignition Table Podcast? So that people will understand what we're trying to drive out there. By strengthening men, it's not the same thing as opposing women. But we've always been taken out of context. We are back to give that clarity without fear or favor.
Peace, Guab.
Yes. Guys, this episode is about our identity. Who are we? What we stand for. And most importantly, it's English, sorry. And what we refuse to become. Because our society says so.
We're standing on business, man. We ain't folding for nothing.
Yes, Jan. Or must we start with Giginoel in terms of how we are displaying our identity, that we need to speak about? We need to be a voice of a voiceless man. That's what we are. Do you think it's something that society needs? Do you think you understand what we are saying? Or you want more context?
No, I think I do understand but then in what I think I know is that men, or should I say boys, they are brought up to be strong people. So you wouldn't find a man saying That is why gote monna o lela ka mogare. Wa bona? So if monna o lela ka mogare, how would you expect monna o lelang ka mogare a leader as women? You understand? Because should you lead me and then you are broken inside, there's nothing to fix with you without you having to heal first.
So I must be loud when I cry.
No, just share what's hurting you most.
Oh, you are basically saying the podcast is much needed.
Yeah.
To voice out for those who are voiceless.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's better than having somebody keep quiet and die inside, and then tomorrow they come and lash out their anger towards the person that hasn't wronged them.
Jan, well, what's your view? Please just amplify on who we are.
As ignition table, ne? Because there's a lot of content outlets and content platforms out there. So it's easy for one to get lost in this pity pit. There's a lot of in a world where there's full of content, we coming in with context. Ne? There's a lot of movements. Women this, abused women this, right? And yet nobody wants to hear the other side of the story. And we are not here to attack the other people. We're just here to say, Rebanna, we have opinions to voice, and we have principles in which we live by. If the shoe fits, then it's yours. Anybody who's going to feel uncomfortable in what we are saying, maybe you've been tiptoeing around the truth for so long. No ignition table. We are reigniting that greatness in men. Men are expected to do great things, but then when they speak, you are misogynistic, you are abusive, you are kanjani. And men, remember, men are logical, while other people are emotional. So, and logic takes time to communicate. And once it communicates, you will think, he's a bully, he's misogynistic. He just said, no, I can't go there. Meanwhile, men logically has calculated, okay, you want to go there, do this with these ones, this is the outcome. Men has already seen the outcome. And it's not there. We're now with your emotions. You full of a lot of details. And so, as ignition, what people must expect in this season is we are straight to the point. We are no longer brushing the truth. There's no up and down. This is what men are going through. This is what men are unspoken for or on behalf of. And this is our stand. And we're not going to fold on business. How you feel, it has been irrelevant, but now it's more irrelevant than ever before because we don't care how you feel. Do you understand? We're not going to fold because we want likes, we want subscriptions, we want views. The truth doesn't need perfume, my brother. You know, it is what it is.
John, thanks. Richie, please amplify on you are the best candidate to talk about ignition.
Matt.
Are you denying that? Are you denying that?
Ignition table. Our slogan says it very well. Unleashing greatness in man. So in unleashing this greatness in man, this is, I think what you were saying, it's true. And what we want to do is give the voiceless man a voice to find a home. Because most men, they are at their home, but not home, where they don't feel comfortable to talk, where they don't feel like they are being listened to. So Ignition Table podcast, it's where we say, men, come, let's gather, raise your concerns, tell us how you feel, or let's talk about how everyone is feeling as men together, where we don't judge each other. We are saying, come as a security guard. Tell us your challenges. Tell us how you feel. You are a man, despite of the position you hold at work. How do we groom each other for you to move from where you are as a gate man to a supervisor or something, where you are not judged or your salary is too small? What can you do for me? But we are saying, as men, we sharpen each other and we hear your problems and we see how best can we resolve them. We don't want you to die inside and you commit suicide with problems that can be resolved. It's just that where you are, no one is giving you time or the voice or an ear to say, I want to listen to you and I want to hear you. Each time you are just being bombarded with problems and all of these things. But here we are unleashing greatness in men because every man it's given a potential, but it's all about how do you water that potential to become what you want it to be. So this is a platform where we are saying, men, come, let's have time and talk about men issues, men problems, finances, who's bothering you, everyone. And we will unleash it and it will be great. So that's our culture. It's not mostly our culture, but it's our culture. We are saying we are for men and we are advocating for men to talk and men to be heard. Because just you said right now that there's 16 days of activism against women and children, all of these activities that are held for other people, but there is no activities that you know that is held for men. Or men, come. We are hosting a conference, a 5-day conference for you. We want to discuss all of these things. You understand? 5 days is not even there, not even one day. So we are here as
Phela
Nation
even le Father's
Podcast.
Day mfana ba o fa half a day.
You see, so we are
But
here.
then
We are
I
saying,
also feel like men have nothing to discuss.
wow.
That's why we are here. Calm down. Calm
Like in
down.
all honesty.
Calm down. Calm down. What drove you to that narrative?
Okay, so like most of the time you find men, okay, like let's talk about single guys.
Yeah.
Most of the time ga ba bua ka di relationship problems. Yes, that is supposed to be voiced out
Maybe
because
it's the
now
biggest
You said the
problem.
single ones,
The
and now
single-
they're talking about relationship problems.
like okay, in
Not
this,
married, maybe.
Okay.
yeah, let's say all men.
Yeah.
If men are sitting around together, all they discuss is like how they have to approach however they're gonna fix wherever in
Ne-
terms of relationships. Like ga ba discuss dilo tse e leng gore a ke tlhaloganye a ke itse ke be yang mare in explaining it, if a man when like Lindsay and Lele Bay too, I don't think you guys can come up with a solution for future. Like a solution here, no. You fix now and then hoping for whatever you fix now with the solution it fix the future problem.
2 seconds for like, just fill me in.
Yeah, you know what? Ne? I'm thinking of something. Ne?
Yeah.
She said when men are together, we will tell her what to say, what to talk about when we're together. You
Yes.
see? So I don't know if when we're together she have got a spy or my girl that records as to what we talk about. Because from where I'm seated, she's saying it with so much confidence, but we'll jump onto that. Ne?
Okay.
Let's come back. I didn't want to give people who we
yes,
are,
yes,
right?
yes.
Guys, I can tell you honestly that this thing was started by village boys. Was started by where you come from, where I come from. We just village boys who grew up in a space where elderly will reprimand us without explaining a lot, and we'll do it. And we came here. We all met again. We all met here in a modern space where everything is changing. We met here, we find boardrooms, the Uber rides, the dating apps,
Eish, monna.
digital platforms, and we are faced with all these challenges. We don't know how to maneuver around it. And I can tell you, Jan, we are a generation who were raised traditionally, but we are living in a digital space. Does the two talk to each other? Are we not confused between the two? Because now, some they say there's a modern man and there's a traditional man.
It's a conflict.
It's a conflict.
Yeah, it's a conflict.
And collectively, when we started this, we saw all this confusion. And this confusion, guys, that does not mean when we're here, we are immune from these problems we're talking about. It's problems that affect us, and we're not immune. We suffer from them. the more we talk, I think we heal. The more we talk, I think we find solutions, we find ways to maneuver around it. So, Jan, Richie, Kinelo, this is the Ignition Table podcast. We're not fighting. It's just that we chose a route that we need to represent men. And in representing them, we'll say a lot of challenges that they come across. I'm happy that will have her to give us the view from the other side.
Yes.
We don't speak on your behalf the way you did in the last few seconds.
we always talk about girls.
So we will offer you to give us your view, and then we'll deliberate on that view, right? Though we think there's tension between rural and modern. We don't romanticize the village, and we don't worship the city. We interrogate both.
Yes.
We're not going to leave any stone unturned. So that is our culture in a way. So, Jan, the transition from being a village boy coming to a modern city, what are the challenges?
Hey, me out. Number one, there's this word that I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Flirty.
Flirting.
Ne? Ke jola le ngwana mnate re shapo. Mpintse ngwe ya ka ntsetsa Raymond. Ngwana ha manuna buela utiani in a way that man asizone. Tsa mo investigate a bona rentle ke dicha. Ke mkhomba ke Raymond wena bua le mthu. There's nothing wrong with flirting. Remember, I don't know the word, ne? Oh, okay. So Ali Joel, no, it's just flirting. Okay. Khutela mauting hayi mina mthu wa flirta u. Awuna nix itsala. Banse ya ju. And I'm like, kanti huetala ngahi. Babo. And out to Sheba, the transition between city life and where we're from, it's so big. Number one, the way banaba hudiswan, the way banaba. I was once somewhere, this kid was terrorizing the house, was terrorizing everybody. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, if only he is, you would be in ICU right now with this behavior. And it's not called abuse. It's called straightening you up. And the way you learn this size, people have options, you know. Somebody can say, yeah, Rajola Luena, but I got my options open. Things like open relationship. You die for that. No, he says open relationship. You leaving your options open. I'm like, but if I'm a security guard and you leaving your options open with me, what's going to happen if a CEO shows up? So, that means I'm out. So,
do you agree that the platform is needed to mitigate these transitions, of which we have moved into a platform where there's a lot of things that we don't even know how to maneuver around them, but we need to talk about them?
Definitely. We need this platform. You know why? We need to preserve the identity of a man. Because if you don't have an identity, there's a lot of people who are sitting in prison, that some are dead, some are on wheelchairs because they didn't have that identity. Alright. If she pisses you off, ideally you would walk away, right? That's your identity. But double kick. Right? Double kick is GBV, now you are arrested. You didn't get arrested because you kicked her in the face. You got arrested because you compromised your identity. Nobody's a penteman alabafitu. I got none against that. But it's a listen to the ideally you don't stand against. You don't stand with. But because you wanna fit in, right? You wanna be part of the idea. Maloba you never predicate ba killed. Yo, I'm like him. Taple dia hatzela mfit la ka ifale bitso le letle ka pale jwang ka pa jwang e ka ni di khutezi so it's always about an identity of a man. Nna le yona re tsa family tse different respana spansi wana gola 3000 wena ka 3000 ya because you want to belong to a certain iPhone community. Also buy an iPhone.
I think
yeah 2.5 a month. Remember when you buy an iPhone, it's not a device. It's a place into a community. Because how do you serious? Because you belong to this iPhone community. But what are you suffering behind closed doors? You compromised on your identity. So platforms like this, we exist to say, Mvana, we stand on business, we're not folding. Truth or dare, Ignition Table.
We remain a lion.
That's it. We're not going to be cats.
Yeah.
I'm not nobody's pet.
Ginelo, do you believe in this transition from I'm sure you have modernized yourself at some point. You think you were modernized by circumstance. In terms of you moving from a village to town where you meet all these things which are confusing us. Do you even have challenges as women?
Yeah, Shem, a lot. As women, maybe Shem.
I know you are victims. You are born victims.
No, we are not born victims. It's just that everybody meets the challenge along the way.
True.
But then, man, sitting there just there to see if you can stand your truth. Like he said, I believe identity does not change. Identity is just what you are born with. We live with roles. Whatever you do, wherever you go in the afternoon, whether you go to your job, whether you go to your shop, there's a role. And identity is something that is stuck with you. Identity is something that you die with, you move with. Like everything that you do identifies who you are. So, in terms of me having to move from, okay, I don't believe how it's a village. Rustenburg is a village.
Where in Rustenburg? Where in Rustenburg?
Rustenburg is a Taban West.
My sister.
Get topo. Like, and then Marona is let it in.
Did you have a ShopRite?
Yes.
Oh.
We do have a couple of malls and all of that.
ShopRite.
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 You save.
You save. Unali you save. And you are still saying who is the town.
Okay. Okay, in all of that, me coming from Rustenburg, coming this side, honestly, I've seen like the differences studying, like difference.
Do they compromise on your principles? Or have you compromised on your...
Okay, maybe once I have. Maybe once just to
Please
try.
Tell us.
Maybe just to try and see if I can live with those kind of things, you know? I've tried to squeeze in some uncomfortable situations to
fit in.
Yeah, you know?
Like?
And
you can tell
weird
us.
things.
You can tell us.
Like
we listen, we don't judge.
I've fat and set it, and yeah, it was challenging my identity. In all honesty, I was losing myself.
When did you lose yourself? Towards the end of the fat and set?
No, in the middle.
Oh, okay.
But now, remember, you are in. Once you are in, and then you try to turn back,
it's too late.
You are now in the new era of you.
When you started, what pressurized you to start?
The fat and setting.
Yes.
The true love thing.
You know when love has bubbles.
So you think the person you started with has to come here, as well?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. What are you hiding?
I'm not hiding anything.
Okay.
We all have our differences. That is why, Gary,
I'm just saying. You think the person is well equipped? He doesn't need to share experiences with us, teach us something.
He does, but not here.
Okay.
Yeah, not
so
here.
you just don't want to be in the same space with them?
I can be in the same space, but then I don't
No,
believe.
let's not.
I don't believe.
Wake up the traumas.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want him to be woke.
I don't want him to realize things he hasn't realized.
Oh.
Yeah, it's woke.
And that's the thing about a woman. You know, a woman can say, this one, if I tell him this, he'll be fixed. Let me not fix him. And they will let you be. It's another sort of witchcraft. But
it's not witchcraft. It's me saving you.
Yeah, but...
Like, imagine I lost myself in that process of me having to sit with you. And then something that's also going to lose you. Lost and found, really, two more relationships.
So he's saying he must not
still
eat
with the person?
what was that story in the Bible about Eve?
Okay.
So he must not eat that tree.
The apple.
The forbidden apple.
The forbidden.
But it's fine. Let's jump to Richie quickly. Richie.
Before I forget this one, this issue of compromise. Another shocking thing, they don't want a man who stays with his mother.
Yeah, why?
But they want the one who stays with his wife.
But then why are you staying with your mom?
But when you stay with your wife, it's good.
It's not. It's the same thing. Why are you fussing me when you're with your wife?
Richie,
fine, Jan.
talk to your point.
Richie, what challenges do you think that there were there in the transition of modernizing yourself or your life? Do you think this is necessary? Do you think you needed to hear all that you had in the last 39 episodes that we had? What do you think?
The transition, it's changing from where you are coming from and to a new life. It's not as easy as that. It's very tough to get into a city to city bus with that bag. People call it Machangan bag.
The Scotch one. No, bro.
Yeah. You get here, everything is fast. You know, if I can tell you, I started attending a varsity tutoring when I was staying in Sunnyside. So there was this girl that I met at home. Mariana, she was from this side. So she had came to Venda for a funeral. So now I'm like, hello, hi. She's like, how are you? I'm good, good. I'm like, I'm here in Sunnyside. Where are you? She's like, I'm in Central. She gives me an address. Like, I'm coming to see you. Like, cool, come.
Have you told your girlfriend about this story?
I know, leave that part.
No, we don't want to be...
Let me...
Okay, it's fine.
Now...
This is a Richie's view, not the view of the podcast, just in case.
I get to Central. Mind you, I'm a student, ne? Just arrived in Pretoria.
I just arrived.
I'm like, I'm here. And then she texts and say, where are you parked?
And you just arrived.
I just arrived with a Machangan bag in a city to city. Where are you parked? I'm like, no, I'm walking.
Then she blue ticks you.
I was like, you're walking? I'm like, yeah. So you don't have a car? I'm like, no, I'm a student. She never came out.
Your identity was under attack.
Yeah.
She never came out. Ne? Fast forward 5 years later, 6 years later, I think.
Look at God.
I met her at the same area where she was living that time. But I'm in my car now. I'm like, hi. Now she talks to me and she stands there for the longest time and she wants to talk.
What did you do to her?
I bet you were there
In
to
punishment.
talk to her.
What did you do
I
to her?
believe she
No, we
approached him.
talked. I know where we are.
You didn't rebuke her?
No,
I did.
Of course.
I doubt.
I also
No, I
doubt.
don't.
I doubt.
I also
Oh.
doubt.
No.
For the
Guys,
sake
Richie's
of
not a
cameras,
cat.
he
I
did.
rebuked in a rebuking man.
Yes, that spirit. Yeah, of course.
But then I realized, and at that point I realized, no man, and Yana, she grew up here. For these people, that means where they're coming from, it's in them, or they need to see assets and all of these things. But me coming from home, I'm just a boy who high school and whatnot. Hello, hi. Like, you need to mitigate all of those difficulties. You are sharing a room and all of that. Ujadi noodles, macaroni, or not they want the ribs.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes, you understand. So that dynamics, and no one is teaching you. Or when you get there, you are going to meet this.
They just say, be a man.
Be a man, go and study. And mind you, they don't even tell you, or if you don't make it, you are coming back home. And a girl, and this person, the person that you meet along the way, because that is your biggest challenge when you are in varsity. Or you are going to meet women, and they are going to excite you. But if you don't make it, you can come back home and see it. And she's not going to come back home. She might meet a guy, get married, be pregnant, and get a good life. But when are you going to come back home with that Machangan bag that you came with the city to
I
city?
thank God I overcome that women challenge during my varsity days. I was
It's
a man
discipline.
of God.
It's called
I was
discipline.
preaching wire. So that bug didn't bite me.
Yeah, but do you know, or
even men
a
of
lot
God,
of these
they are
men,
No, I
eh?
was that type of man of God. I was not touching stock.
But
nothing.
do you know a whole group of men, they didn't make it because no one was there to tell them, this is what is happening. This transition, it's tough. I know a lot of guys that didn't make it, and if you go back home now, they are going to call you Grotman because what?
Men are
You
left
are beside.
neglected, man. Nobody's out there for men to tell them, Fana, it's also scared. But with women, hi, Skatwagamuna, my sister, I protect.
Yeah.
But men are like born, and we are not born with the manual to navigate the street life.
That's the unfortunate part.
Guys,
Yes.
lona le batlo iketsa di victim in things tse leng gore ga di tlhoko gore le ne di victim.
How
A
so?
man is shaped. And then, regardless go godisitse ke a single parent or what, go na le banyana ba e leng gore ba godisitse ke di single parent like me, for instance.
Now, if I
Nna ke
get a
godisitse ke-
daughter next time, I'm gonna name her Nandi.
Nandi.
Can you imagine?
I'm just saying, if I get a second daughter, I'm gonna name her Nandi.
So when men ba batlo lelwa.
I'm still gonna name her Nandi.
Do you know or what you are saying? Okay, me and you are.
But it's fine. No. We'll get there, guys. We'll get to these topics. And when we talk about them, it's gonna be nice. We'll expand. We'll make sure that we give each other time. But this is about our identity. And yet again, I think it's important we do inform them that, guys, accountability is the first thing. It's the first thing on top. We really need to be accountable to whatever we say, whatever we're doing, and accountability stands firm for us, Jan. Do you agree?
110%.
Yes. And we don't have excuse for harmful behavior. Because you may think it's just the four of us who are not known in a bigger social space. There could be a child who's listening to us. So let's make sure that whatever we say is building someone. We need to eliminate wrong things. We need to eliminate unhappiness in people's lives, if possible. And then we have to make sure that we create a conducive environment for everyone to live in and to express their views freely. That's why we're here. It will get hectic, but we really need to do it with respect. And we need to make sure that emotionally everybody grows. Yeah, emotionally everybody who watches this episode goes from this level to a certain level. That has to be our goal. Cultural reflection is important. We come from different spaces. If me and you were in loggerheads about what we believe in, it's still okay. It does not mean I have to underestimate you or look down on you, but we give each other space to express our views. Sometimes you may fall in love with how others live, not for you to live their life, just to understand, just to know. South Africa is a beautiful country where we have got diversity of culture.
Too many colors.
Jan, why are you breathing like a... What's wrong, my guy?
Go na le culture sa rataneng loan.
I don't know. I doubt.
You see, once identity is compromised, that's where my problem will comes in. If Richie here is talking against certain things, but at night he's touching other men for him to have a Ferrari, he can't come to advise me. Mfana, work hard. Push us so. Meanwhile, now what's it? Unali put malume on the side. Yeah, but yeah, that's just my point.
Yeah, but this is not going to be a very long segment, guys. Just to tell people that what we are and what we are not. And I can tell you, we are not anti-women. One.
Shame we love.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
And we are not in any other way condoning bad behavior from men who are behaving wrongly and doing the wrong things, whether it's women abuse or child abuse, all of these things that they're doing, we are not in any way saying we are going to stand for them. We do not stand for them.
True.
We are reprimanding those behaviors. Hence, we are saying this is the Ignition Table Podcast, Unleashing Greatness in Men. Being great is also means that we must tell you where you are wrong as a man. So no one must mix it or we are advocating for men and it's an umbrella. Where there's wrongs, we are going to say, here you are wrong and this is the right way. Where you are right, we're going to say you are right. That's our identity.
And we are not anti-feminism. We are not against feminists. Only if they understand what feminism is. Because I've seen that in some of the few movements I've seen, the moment one calls themselves feminist, they start fighting. And not being proud of who they are. We are not anti-feminism. We are pro them if they are being a genuine feminist.
But then how are you not proud of who you are if
Well-
you want to live comfortably?
Okay. You know, when you see, as the Ignition podcast, we saying we are a voice for men, right? Unfortunately, most of the issues men goes through has to have a woman in there. It has to be one way or the other. A woman is involved. In most issues, it's relationship issues. It's either you will say, my wife is abusing me, or whatever the case, right? When we're talking about a man who's being abused by a woman, people then started to think that we are attacking a woman for abusing the man.
How is a woman abusing a man? Emotionally, financially?
It could be
Physically.
Yeah, it could be either or in terms
Yeah,
of how
are
we explain.
capable,
Hey,
Pela.
women move.
Yeah,
these days.
it's all in different ways, even physically. You know, me, I was once surprised. This pastor that everyone knows, he once said, "Uri, I left my marriage because I was being beaten every night. A person would go out and get drunk, come back and beat me, and I'm not going to retaliate because what?
Yeah, man.
I'm a
That-
pastor and I'm a man."
No, that lady has lost their identity.
Are you saying they are the men in the relationship?
So,
Yes.
we
Now
need
she wants to figure herself
Yeah,
out.
we need to talk
through-
about identities of these genders.
But like we
Yeah, and
create
expand
through
it
that
fully.
man.
Who
right?
I identify as.
Jan, I don't know. Please. Ne? However, guys,
I identify as Spider-Man.
I always say, Jan, yeah, we can't talk forever. Guys, we're just trying to tell you that Ignition Table podcast, we've set the table again to engage in issues of most importance for men. How it is important for women is because if your man is built well, he will take care of you. And trust me, strengthening your sons does not weaken your daughters. When men grow, relationships improve. As much as when you say a happy woman, a happy home. See, this is the time you click, the clicking thing. Click. When men grow, relationship improves. Click.
True.
Thank you.
Clock it.
Families stabilize when a man grows. Communities strengthen when a man grows. So it's all about building the person you most rely on. It's a man. And we want this man to be built, to have the energy, the capability to do that which is expected of him.
You don't have to build. You don't have to build a man. You have to shape a man.
You
I
need to
shape-
build.
I
We need to
shape-
build this man.
I shape you into what I want you to. If your mom grows you into the man he wants you to be, is the man that she grew up that. Like I get ke
You are-
monna wa batlileng gore a nne le ene ga a gola.
As a
Mama go
husband.
ka se go godise gore o nne monna o like o nne peo e sa nnang pila ko mosading wa gago. If mama go wa go godisa to be a man in that relationship, in that marriage that you're going to, the father role that you're going to be playing, she wants to make sure that you play the most unforgettable role, most
You still have
You
a
know,
duty. You still have a
like
duty.
ga ba go godise gore o nne monna wa strata, even if obviously like guys a re tswe mo gore
Being a man is a continuous process. My mom did her part. I married you. You need to do your part too.
I cannot groom you.
Then I won't
groom-
marry you.
I groom you to be the man I want you to be, but then I cannot take your mother's.
Yes, I'm saying
duty.
you have got your own duty, not the same as my mom.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, we're starting. We need to have an episode now. This was just
Now I'm boiling with facts.
Yeah, it's fine. Guys, thank you very much. And let's meet again. We're gonna be here for some time. As I said, we are going nowhere. And let's meet again in the very next episode with the friend of the podcast, Kinelo. I believe she's here to stay.
To die for.
Thank you, guys.
Akita
Cheers.
mai.